Hey everybody, welcome to another Signature Series video. This time we're not actually going to meet a player. My family and I are going to like a presentation from an author known for writing 9 books on kayaking and canoeing. But he just came out with his 10th book all about like the history of Tiger Stadium. So he's putting on a presentation at one of our local libraries. So we're gonna go. It's supposed to be like an hour long. I'm not sure if he is selling books or anything like that, but I thought I'd start this before we actually went, just in case. So we're going to meet a man named Doc Fletcher. So hopefully the presentation is cool. Hopefully I can get like a little clip or a picture, and maybe he'll be selling books and maybe I can get him to sign one. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll see you in a little bit.
And the tiger is much more cuddly than the one we're used to. It's kind of fun, like taking him home. There's another little trivia piece. Look how Pittsburgh is spelled. There's no H in the end. I thought it was a misprint. No. 1910 must have been a really boring year for the city council in Pittsburgh, because that year they voted.
All right, guys. So I'm back. We had a great time. I did, at least. I had a great time. Doc Fletcher, just such a knowledgeable guy about the Tigers and Tiger Stadium and just the history of both of those things. Very enlightening, very funny. He put on a great presentation, told some great stories. Went on for a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna. We got home in time for my son to go to bed, basically. But it was super great. It was actually really cool. He put on a raffle as well. Everybody that came in got a ticket, and they raffled off a couple things. I didn't win any. My son or my wife didn't win anything. But they had like a Detroit Tigers tumbler cup, a Justin Verlander bobblehead, and a Detroit Tigers 1966 yearbook, which would have been really cool to get, but I didn't. So the majority of the crowd there was much older than me. They seemed to know the '68 Tigers pretty well, and I was not yet born when that happened, when that took place. So, but it was still really cool. Everybody laughed, clapped. You know, it was just cool. And he had this presentation. You saw a little clip of it. We all just kind of sat in seats, and he had a projector going on, and he talked and had a slideshow going. It was really cool, really informative. He did end up selling books there, so I picked one up. It is The History of Tiger Stadium, A Love Letter to Baseball at Michigan and Trumbull. For those of you who don't know, Michigan and Trumbull are the crossroads where Tiger Stadium stood. Now it's Willie Horton Memorial Park or Miracle Park or something like that, where they have like really soft artificial turf for kids to play. So really cool. I did end up getting his signature on the inside of the book. Pretty basic. Just Doc. But super great guy, super fun. Actually, some of these pictures on here, like his friend took this picture at the '68 World Series, or maybe not the World Series game, but he was saying how his friend took this picture, and his friend was actually sitting in the row in front of me. So that was pretty neat. And then I believe that's his 2-year-old grandson that he took to the grandson or nephew. I can't remember. But yeah, he just told some really great stories, and the book is just chock full of stuff. 376 pages of Detroit Tigers history here. Very cool. I'm super excited to read this, actually. One really cool thing about going there, came in with my son and my wife, and sat down and enjoyed. We all were pretty quiet, except for when we laughed and clapped. But after the presentation, I walked up to Doc and thanked him for putting on a great presentation, asked him if he accepted credit cards for the books, shook his hand, and he said, "You're the one with the little guy, right?" And I said, yeah, my son. He just had to walk outside for a second and get a drink. And he was like, "I have something for you." I was like, "Okay." And he called over his wife, and he was like, "Where's that?" And she was like, "Oh, right here." And he said, he came up to me and he was like, "The Tigers gave me this to like pass out at one of the presentations here, and I thought your little guy would appreciate this." So a game used Major League Baseball, not signed or anything but like that, but super cool. Like, the Tigers gave him a game used ball, and he picked my son out to give it to. So pretty awesome. Very thankful. That actually made my son's night. He was super stoked about getting that, as you saw in the picture. Or the picture, I don't know if I'll put the picture here or before or after. Maybe I'll put the picture at the end of the video so you can have a little bit of a surprise. The ball can be a surprise. So yeah, he was really stoked, and it's probably the most genuine smile I've seen on his face for a while. He fakes it pretty good, but yeah, that was awesome. So I had a really great time. You know, if I don't know if most places around do stuff like this, or, you know, the signings that I go to all the time, but if you're interested, like, just look around, I guess. I never knew about the signings until a couple months ago, and then they all just kind of flooded in, and checked on Facebook, and there's a whole bunch of, like, Tigers memorabilia and signing pages. So I'm assuming there's a bunch of, like, you know, of your favorite team probably going on too. So, you know, look out for those things if this type of stuff interests you. I know it does for me. So yeah, check your libraries. Maybe there's a guy coming around talking about your baseball stadium. You know, it was a great night out for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and ended up getting a signed book and a game used ball. So can't complain, right? So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye.